to Too Many Hats Podcast with your hosts with the most, Tony and Lavelle. Every morning from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. We also have Queen Watkins with Clock, Dead, P. Tune in with us and have a great time. Let's talk about it right here. Too Many Hats Podcast.
Top of the morning to you, my good people. Happy Monday. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, man. It's your host with the most, Tony May, the Bell Salter. What it do, my guy?
Top of the morning to you, man. Good morning.
Man, what's going on, man?
Man, just trying to keep it going, bro.
Trying to keep your head above water.
Yes,
making way when you can. Temporary layout. Good time.
I did that over the weekend with my events. I did karaoke. We did.
Did you?
Theme song, sing-along. Yeah, it was fun.
Oh, yeah. That and it's like a bunch of them. You take the good, you take the bad.
I did Fresh Prince. I did Family Matters. I did Good Times, Jefferson. Yeah. Cheers, Golden Girls.
Wow. Yeah, Golden Girls. Mm-hmm. Thank you for being a friend. Yeah. Yep. Man, they had a impactful, fun, very impactful weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I got some shouts out, man.
Okay.
Can I run my shouts out, man?
Run them shouts.
Hey, I want to shout out my cousin, man, Deidre Monique Austin, man, for her grand opening of the Apothecary shop in Chicago. Man, when I tell you this little shop, bro, it's got a vibe like none other, man. But she has tea, spices, all kinds of herbs, body butters, moisturizers. The teas were off the chain, bro. I bought so many teas. And all the teas have, they're packed with herbs and they're good for you. So it's not like you just, good morning, Craig, you just taking herbs to be taking herbs or whatever. It's stuff that's good for you. And it has a really, really good taste to it. And I'm not a tea drinker. Good morning, Ms. Gwen. I'm not a tea drinker, but it was really good. Matter of fact, this is actually a little vibe of her place.
You order from online?
Yep, you can order from online as well. It was just nicely well put together. It was a smaller store. She had to move out of the bigger location she was in because it kept flooding. But honestly, I like the smaller section. The smaller store was the vibe was way different, bro. Way different. And you can see she goes all out with her decor, just making sure stuff is just right, man. But she does have a store as well. I probably should have had the website so I could put up. But let me see if I can tag her. Then maybe she can come back and she'll come back and throw the website on there. Let me tag.
We need to have her on the show one morning.
Yeah, for sure. I was really trying to hold up because I know Monica said that she was gonna have her as a guest on hers.
Okay.
So I ain't want to step on no toes. You know what I'm saying?
Hey. The more the merrier. You know what I mean? Right. So, hey.
Yeah, I didn't want to step on no toes. So I'm gonna tag her in this one, and then she can put the address to her location. I think it's 5430 North Broadway. 5430 North Broadway. I think that's what it is, though. It's on the north shore of Chicago. I mean, it's man, really nice area. It was nice. Man, another shout out, man. I want to shout out my mama, man. Happy 81st birthday to my mama, bro.
Yeah, man.
81st birthday, man. She been, and when I tell you this woman, man, still doing it, still going, still moving, still shaking, get out there, cut her own grass, man, do everything herself, man. You had to make her sit down sometime. Go sit down.
Yeah, that lady, man.
She's people taking care of people. She watched Pepper for us when we go out of town. Now she love her some Pepper. So, man, shout out to my mama, man. 81 years old today, bro.
That's a blessing, Doc.
Yeah. So, speaking of family,
before you go there, man, let me say this about you and Monica, man. I want to give you flowers while y'all can smell them.
Okay.
What I love about y'all, bro, that is so profound, and you got a lot of people that support people, but within the last, I don't know, 5 or 6 months or so, man, you guys, man, literally just, if something gonna go on with some of y'all people, man, y'all gonna pick up, and y'all gonna be gone. I don't care if y'all find out the day of, the week of, y'all support people, bro, and that's big. Y'all don't make no, like, your terms of conditions. You don't make no excuses. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna get up and go get it, bro. So I mean, I really, saying applaud that, man. Y'all supporting, y'all people, man.
right.
not just in times of celebration, but times of crisis. You know what I'm saying? You mourn with those that mourn. You celebrate with those that celebrate, and that's big, man. That means a lot. So, man, kudos to you and Monica, man, on keeping that going, man. That's paramount to me, bro. So,
right. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. We try to do what we can while we can. We try to, man, we try to support as many folk as we can. We can't support everybody, y'all. We try to do best when we can, and when as time permits, man. We try not to make no excuses about it. We can do it, we do it.
Yeah.
And sometimes it do, like you said, it be last minute, and we just do it.
Yeah. So I mean,
we want to be people.
I don't want it to be not see it. I see it. I be like, damn. What the hell? They got
we just want to be there for people, bro.
Yeah.
I think there was a period in my life, bro, and we talked about this, when we were talking about the mental health part, where I didn't feel totally supported growing up as a kid when I played sports and stuff by my parents. And I know they was out working, living their life, man, but I didn't feel totally supported. And so I wanted to not for my children to feel like that. And so it went from kind of that to just supporting extended family and friends, and just making sure we be there for people and showing people love, bro. So yeah, Monica said, thanks, Belle. She said, we try, know how it feels to not have nobody or no support. So we never want people to feel like that. Absolutely. Yeah. She kind of took the words right out of my mouth. So yeah, shout out, man, to the people, man, who support us. We appreciate you, man, wholehearted.
Matter of fact, guys, I just thought about this. So I was supposed to be doing the first Friday in this coming month for Daryl Lewis at the Alpha Building, and we hadn't fellowship as Too Many Hats community. Just put it out there. Maybe you guys can celebrate that night, because it is like our anniversary opportunity as well, all in one. So just put it out there. That's the building where we had our first in-person podcast, and I think it'd be good if that if we do something like
March the 5th, 6th or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, put that out there. Put that in the group, man. We're gonna definitely, man.
I think it's just me DJing this particular one, and then the next one,
I would love to see everybody come out with all they 2 men and hat gear on. This is man rally, man. They gonna be like, what y'all do? Trying to take over this joint? Yeah. Come in with the two. I mean, at least a 2 men and hats or t-shirt under your blazer, some,
Yeah. He hadn't put a flyer out yet, but I need to get with him as soon as possible to see what the flyer is. Who is this?
Yeah. So again, speaking of family, man, this is something, man, that again, Monica and I always try to do. But I wanted to ask the question this morning. If y'all see that my thing, I just said when family and friends visit from out of town, ... Because there's so much can go behind it. Right. and we only allow so many characters, but when family and friends visit from out of town, whether you know they're coming or you don't know they're coming, right? Do you, once you know they're there, try to do something to at least try to see them, like so maybe provide a meal or something? Because this is my thing as it relates to family and friends when they come from out of town, especially if you know they coming. It's maybe a little different if you don't know, but if you know they coming and y'all been preparing for them to come, and this is just me. This is how I feel. Y'all can jump in there and kind of throw y'all insights in. But if the person is spending their money traveling, whether they flying in, putting gas in their car, driving in, catching a train, whatever it is, right? I feel like you spending your money to come to hang out with us, to see us or whatever. When you get there, I don't really want you to spend no more money.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, that's me. I'm like, we go to dinner, I'm paying. Now, if you decide to branch out on your own and go do some stuff, you're on your own. But a lot of the stuff we do together, Monica tell you, I'm quick to pull out my card to pay.
Right.
We was in, and it was funny because we was in Chicago this weekend, and we went. We found out about my little cousin's, her baby's birthday. She was having a little birthday thing at a Pizza Minute. We found out last minute. We were like, okay, we'll come. So we showed up, and the family sitting at the table and stuff. And we were sitting at a table like right behind, because they had 2 tables, and I ordered me a drink. Right, I'm like, give me a little drink, man. Got a little froze bum pop junk. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna see what that here for. So soon as I got my drink ordered, stuff coming with me and my uncle looking over the menu, getting ready to order, our food or whatever. And then my little cousin, her father was there. He said, hey, when the guy came to the table, he was like, hey, is this table on one check? He said, no, put it all on one check. I got that. He said, don't y'all be shy. I got this, but I had already ordered my drink. And so I don't like to do that when somebody said they paying, then you start ordering all the drinks and just order just get with it. I don't do that. And so I had felt kind of bad because I thought, I ordered a drink. And mom was like, yeah, baby, you didn't know you ordered that before. I said, yeah, but I did. So immediately I go in my pocket, I take cash, I lay it on the table because I'm like, but at least I'm gonna leave this money as a tip, something, you ain't gonna get, And my cousin saw it and she grabbed the money, push it back over there to me, put it on my phone. Now, cuz you always, every time we come, you take care of, you can't do that here. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna leave it as a tip. No, you can't do that here. No.
Your money ain't no good, Doc. Your money ain't no good.
Yeah, but I still slid that money. As soon as that guy came over, I put it in his hand. I said, man, appreciate
you. Yeah.
That's just me. But if you spend your money coming here and I know you coming out, I don't really want you to have to break your bank when you already spent your money coming. That's why we will offer, if we got spare rooms and all, we'll offer, now if you go get a hotel, that's just because you wanted to.
Right.
Most of the time. So I just want to get y'all take on that. Like y'all can fill in whatever behind the ... Monica said her ... is don't do too much when you come.
Yeah.
Miss Gwen said my daughter does that whenever family and friends visit. Yeah, Queen. Yeah, when we came for our anniversary, man, your daughter Kim took us to a nice, really nice restaurant. I'm talking about a nice restaurant. And bought our whole meal, everything. And then wouldn't let us pay the tip or nothing. I still slid the folk a tip though, but she was like, "I got it." But I was like, "No."
With us, mainly on somebody that's really been coming in town a lot is my two nephews. Well, one of my nephews, he ain't been in a while, but my other nephew, they done been here within the last year or so. They done been here 3 times. So they already know when they come, they call it, "Hey, we need the wings on deck. We need the catfish." They already ready. So I'm going to the grocery store, and it's depending on if I got a gig or something that weekend, depending on when they come. But they already know we got them drinks on deck. We frying their fish. We got the wings going. They already ready. You know what I'm saying? So and then depending on what we got going on, we might put our money together, our twos and threes. But it's just an honor to be able to just get together and fellowship with your family when they come in as well. So and food always gonna be a part of this situation. But I try to let them. I don't want y'all to do nothing if y'all don't have to. So I'm the same way.
So one of the things too is if I know I plan on paying for like everybody's meal, if I'm at the table, I'm gonna pay for everybody's stuff. I don't tell them to the end. I just grab the ticket.
Right.
Because if you tell, because some people, man, will take advantage of that. If you say, "Hey, I got y'all," they'd be like, "Oh, well, let me get the y'all. You doing it? Oh, let me get the big tomahawk steak," and they wouldn't even order that themselves now. So I always, because I said people gonna order what they can afford, right?
Correct.
So I always look at and let them order, do their thing. I said okay, and then I'll they bring the ticket, I grab the ticket and just pay it. But like Monkey said, don't somebody then told y'all I got this. Don't be doggish.
Yeah, man.
Don't be doggish.
But then too, that means it depends on the person.
Drinks, extra wings,
right?
On somebody else.
It depends on the person's character, who that person is. You know who you missing with, who at the table. So just like my newly founded God folks, my partner, his dad is a pastor, and we went to eat at the church one Sunday. Fifi had sang at the church for a Black History program, and we all went and ate, and just like you said, we eating, laughing, joking, having fun, and so I get ready to put out my wallet. He said, "No, Pops already done paid for it." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I did the little shout thing, get up like I was running. I was like, "Man, I appreciate that, Doc."
Yeah, but it that's why I never tell people to the end that I'm paying, because sometimes people will, "Oh, since I ain't got to pay, let me see that menu again." They take what they had off instead of give me this.
Yeah,
and that right there to me, that's a whole another level of dog. Yeah, I don't say that.
Yeah,
that's another whole level of just.
But then some people don't do well with accepting charity and gifts and stuff like this. So and it mainly be the men. They be like, "Oh no, Doc, don't worry about it. We got us." Now, sometimes, man, especially somebody like you, like yourself, like your people were doing at the table. Hey, man, you always giving and doing. Hey, go ahead and accept some of your blessing back. Some people just don't do good with that.
I do, but at the same time, like I said, I felt bad because I had to order the drink. If I wouldn't have ordered a drink because he was pizza and stuff, I'd have been like, okay, because I'm just gonna eat a slice or two of pizza anyway. So, I wouldn't have felt bad, but because I had ordered the drink, you know what I'm saying? It was I felt a little bad, and I didn't know that he was gonna pay it because I wouldn't have never ordered the drink. You know what I'm saying? Or I would have said, "Hey,
I'm on the fence about that because y'all celebrating. I mean, you ain't nothing you did, intentionally. You just, you saw the drink and you bought it. It ain't like you just, you know what I'm saying. So I don't necessarily agree with it.
The thing was, I ain't gonna say that. That. But anyway, I just don't. Anyway, when if I visit and I don't expect it, right. That's another thing. When I visit from out of town, when I go places, I don't expect, because I didn't spend my money. Now I don't. That's me. I don't expect for people to say, "Well, you already spent your money coming and take care of me." That's my thought process. I don't expect for other people to think like I think. Yeah. Let me make that really clear. And that's why I say you put your own ... behind it. But for
Yeah.
me, you know, if you come visit me and I know you come, even if I don't know you coming, you know, I'm still gonna at least one meal. We go somewhere. I'm gonna pay for one meal for you, something.
It's
You
just like
know,
when we go to Nashville to see my sister. I think she may not even have it, but she be so excited that we there. It don't matter. Everything
yeah,
on me. You know what I'm saying? She just so happy that she love our presence being there. So
and that's
that's
how
the
I
other
am
thing.
too,
Yeah.
Lavelle. Sometimes even here, I might not even have it like that, but I feel like you didn't spend it coming here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Man, so I'm gonna try my best to do what I do. Good morning, Miss Loretta. She said, "Happy birthday, Miss Hampton."
Yeah, yeah.
She probably gonna be looking at some point. She might be on here now. You know, tell her well.
Mm-hmm.
Ms. Gwen said exactly, Tony. My best friends and I argue about which of us is paying. It depends on who grabs the ticket first. And the next time the other insists on paying. True friends don't take advantage. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Look, me and my little cousin, she came. I think she came for my brother's service. When my brother
Mm-hmm.
passed, she came from my brother's service. And we were like, hey y'all, we're gonna go to breakfast, right? So we go to breakfast and uh you know, it's me, Monica, my sister, and you know, a couple of my cousins and stuff. And then we had some cousins that came from out of town, other cousins. So we all sitting there, man, munching. And where we was in the line, we were at the branch, you know, branch, you go through the line, order all your food, then you last person pay whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing everybody. I was like, I'm gonna run up there and pay. Man, that girl beat me up there so quick, man, and stuck her card down. Like, come on, man, don't do me like that. She's like, nah, Tony, you always. She said, same thing. You always,
Yeah.
I got this one.
Mm-hmm.
It's a trip, boy. When people be fighting over the ticket and stuff, boy.
Yeah,
But it
that's a
just
people
goes to
that
show
just
you, man,
yeah.
and it's not for a show, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Mm-hmm.
that you want people to, you know what I'm saying? You want to show your appreciation for people taking the time out, traveling, come see you, come visit, whatever they did. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate them coming to be with us in our time of bereavement. I appreciate it.
But then, like I said earlier, though, bro, a lot of times your presence is way more valuable than you paying for
Mhm.
any type of meal.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
your cousin like, hey man, you always doing this. I'm just glad to be around my people right now. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Because I've been doing my thing and consistently at wherever I'm from. And granted, I came on some of the a misfortunate opportunity, but just to be around my family is everything right now. You know what I'm
Yeah, and
saying?
she like me when it comes to that. Like she has an affinity for a family, you know, and just being around family and loving on family, man. So she's definitely one of those ones. She is sweet as pie, man. I'm talking, okay, where we going? We going around that part of the family. Monica, is she gonna be there? I love her spirit because Monica love the girl.
I just like man,
Monica said,
go ahead.
I definitely don't expect anything in return. We just do what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing is givers do things naturally without expecting something in return. Yep. I get
Mm-hmm.
joy in blessing others even when it's not material. Absolutely. You
Yeah.
know.
Like one of my cousins.
And just being there for people, Lavelle. You know what I'm
Oh yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Just being there for people in the moment, man. Even if it's not financially, just um even every time that somebody passes in the family. I don't
Mm-hmm.
care if we do find out last minute, if we know about it, whatever. We
Right.
try to make that trip, man. We done been to Wisconsin. We done been all over this place, man. Just trying to support family members,
That's why I said
you
that
know,
earlier, bro.
when they pass.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be a last minute thing, man. I call Cheryl. Cheryl, what's up? Can you get off? All right. You can get off, cool. You can't. Me and Monica make the trip. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we try to
Like
go and support when we can.
my cousin, he's not with us anymore, but one of my aunts had passed. It's been some years ago. He from Detroit. He doing his thing. Said
Right.
it real nicely like that. And he came early before the funeral, so he was here like that Tuesday. The funeral until that Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
bro. When I say we kicked it like kung fu up, I'm talking about that man won't let us pay for nothing. And I ain't talking about we all on Bill Street. I'm talking about, bro. And folks start asking, hey man, who is y'all? We just kicking it, bro. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it was when he like right before they got ready to leave, he told me, he said, bro, he said, man, I was doing everything for you, man, because you just was the life of the party, bro. He's like, I had to do anything to keep you going.
People just, people that's genuinely into family, man, want to be around family, and they don't want financial things to stop the gather. Because some people say, I ain't coming, I ain't got no money, I don't want to come. You just come on, don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I feel a lot of the time, man. Like I feel like even if we have to ante up for your meal, like if you genuinely say, hey, I ain't got it, and I'm gonna let y'all have, I ain't got it like that. We got you. Come on, somebody got you,
bro. Man, I don't know how. I'm sure you came up with this because y'all probably went out of town, but bro, I miss the moments, man. Like our family used to be so sporadic, bro. Like it didn't have to be nothing going on. If everybody was off on Saturday, man, by the time you look at my granddad up to my granddad's house, man, it's a yard full of cars. Such done went to the store to get this, such, and man, we don't do the whole kicking session, and anyone never even playing. Folks don't do stuff like that no more, bro.
That's how my cousin used to be. Like my cousin, we would go by my cousin's house, and he might have a couple of boys, or they be like, man, we need to throw something on the grill, man. Yeah, shoot. I'm gonna go get this, man. Shoot, I'm gonna run to the liquor store, man. And then next year, man, it's a whole soiree going on. I'm like, what the heck? It just happened.
That's how when we first moved out here, we used to do the same thing. But like I guess life be life and stuff be going on. But man,
we didn't get so caught up in it. I'm glad you just said that, bro. I'm so glad you just said life be life. And we didn't get so caught up in things that are like that we forgot to enjoy it, right?
Yeah, bro.
We didn't forgot to enjoy it. And it's the bill, this, that, man, you ain't always got to have no money, man, because y'all can get together and potluck some stuff.
Yeah.
You get together, you might not have but $10. But if it's 10 of y'all and y'all all got $10, man, there you go. They give you a 100-piece wing or something.
Yeah.
Or something. Some rotel, ground beef, and make some rotel or something,
Yeah.
So you can make it happen, man, if you really want to make it happen. Loretta said, I try to do what I can while I can, because there will come a time I might not be able to. And even if you ain't able to, just your presence ought to be enough. You know what I'm saying?
I just came right to say this.
Yeah, your presence ought to be enough. Monica says a person's there you go. A person's presence is more valuable than money. For real, for real. Be there, be present, be kind, make memories. Support doesn't cost a thing but time. And time is something you can't get back. Man, what?
It's just like, bro, I got my first tattoo from Little Tony. I was 40 something getting a tattoo. But anyway, I had always seen this tattoo, and I just love the thought behind it. And when I got it, I was like, man, I know why I got this on me. And it says, play the moments, pause the memories, stop the pain, and replay the happiness. I have to read that every day I get up.
Yeah. And then you put it in a spot where you can look at it and read it. You know what I'm saying? To remind yourself that life, and sometimes, I have to, man, I do a lot of David, man, encouraging myself, bro. And then I'm fortunate enough to have a wife that's very encouraging. You know what I'm saying? She gonna encourage me, bro. She gonna, and even like it's times that I just don't feel like it, bro. She be like, it's okay.
Yeah.
You don't feel like it's okay. And sometimes, man, so it's good, man, just to have people to show up for you. And let me be clear. Like I really felt some kind of way when my brother passed, because I felt like a lot of the people that I had supported, I'm talking about supported, been there through thick, thin, whatever, and I felt like didn't show up for me in my moment, and then I had to take a step back and look at it and say, Tony, you don't know what them people got going on in their life,
right?
Just because you're willing to pause whatever it is going on in your life and go be there for others. Everybody can't do that. Everybody's not willing to do that. And it was the same message I had to give to myself that I used to give to Lil Tony. Lil Tony is very giving. He always doing stuff for his friend. He to his friends rescue, helping them out when they need help, doing stuff for him. And then every time he does something else, they don't show up for him, and he get upset. And I had to give him that message, and I found myself giving myself that same message.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you don't know now. You always tell Lil Tony the same thing. You don't know what them people got going on in their life right now. They might have wanted to really be there with you, but couldn't. You know.
That's why it was so paramount for me when Lake Grove and Pastor Clark did what they did for you at Lake Grove that Sunday. Number one, I literally, bro, I don't think I got 3 hours of sleep that whole day because I got in late that morning. But I said, just because I know how Tony moved, when Monica told me what they was doing for you, I said, I gotta be there. It ain't no way in the hell. Matter of fact, Dawn made sure I got up. She was like, "You up?" I'm up. I'm going. I'm getting there.
Yeah.
And bro, they got you good, Doc.
They got me
and
good.
You deserved all that honor, bro. Just from everything that just had occurred. You know, going through it, we had lost Bartlett and all the stuff that he had for his vision, and then Clark came in with the same opportunity and everything that we had put together with the podcast. It was just, I was like, man, this. I couldn't have thought about it. I couldn't even dreamed of that even happened. I'm like, I gotta be there.
Yeah. That was good. Yeah, that was good. They got me with that one. They got me. I said, but I looked up and said, if they had the game, the church down, okay, then I looked up, saw Miss P. I said, something up today. I don't know what. Something is up today.
Hey, bro. Hey, I ain't gonna tell you no lie, bro. Lake Grove had some church that morning, Doc. I don't know what was in the water, what y'all had for breakfast that morning, but boy, Clark kept looking at me like, man, these niggas need to sit down.
Man, we had that all the time.
I mean, I hadn't been in a while, boy. I'm talking about bro, Bridget went in for blood. I was like, boy, what's the what going on there?
Monica said sometimes people can, but they just are not willing. And that's okay too. You just gotta keep doing you. Yeah, man. So it just made me think about it. I'm like, so if people come and visit you, they take the time out of their schedule to come and visit you, family, friends, whatever. They say, hey, Susie, I'm coming to visit you. Do you lay out the red carpet, or do you be like, I don't know what they coming for? I gotta work. I mean, like what's your, cause like again, for me, family is everything. And then I have some extended friends that are just like family to me. So when I say family and friends, I really just mean.
Yeah. Like one of the things that I picked up from my father, and Don had to get to know me through this situation. But my daddy, man, let's say for instance, like on a weekend or something, he off work or whatever. Man, we would literally be gone all day, bro. We're gonna go to this house, that one house. I'm like, Daddy, who are all these folks here? We're gonna go to this one house, we're gonna go stop. We're gonna sit up here for about 45 minutes, we're gonna leave. I'm like, okay. And when I got older, I found myself
trying to
doing
get
the
you to
same thing.
introduce you to folk, man, family and friends, man.
Yeah, and like I would be out on this one house, it's just stopped and looked in on her and looked in on him, and then I'm like, why you gotta go and do all that? I said, I don't know why, and they're just talking about
what your daddy taught you. Because if you and this girl, you be like, y'all at home. I mean, y'all here.
And I'm going by there checking in on folks. You just don't know, man, what that mean to people, bro. And just like when I went to see Mama, when I pulled up in the driveway, she was already at the door. And when I came to the door, she was like, Lord, what you doing? But I didn't even want to leave, man. We sat there and had so much good conversation, Doc.
Yeah. Ms. Gwen said, my daughter helps me put things in perspective by telling me that if we step back from expecting people to do or respond to things the way we do, then we wouldn't be as hurt when others don't show up for it. Man, absolutely.
Yeah.
She hit the nail on the head. And that's why I try to look at the glass half full and half empty. I try to look at it from both perspectives now. But I mean, I ain't always looked at it like that. You know what I'm saying? I try to look at it like that. Now, what's up, Rodney? I try to make sure that I look and kind of observe and and then I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, because
Mhm.
again, you don't know what a person is going through, what they're dealing with, and we can all day speculate, but in
Right.
the end, you don't know.
Yeah. And sometimes, man, don't have to literally tell me, man, sit down somewhere. I was supposed to go support him my boy birthday last night, but I had ran all weekend. She like, man, I'm supposed to be going to what's the name birthday party tonight. She was like, man, she said, I know you want to go, but Lavelle said sit down. He gonna understand. I'm like, damn.
I mean, sometimes you do, but your body will tell you though. Your
Oh
body
yeah.
will tell you it's time to go sit down somewhere.
And I came right up here in this room, laid in that bed, and I was done. I was checking my eyes for cracks.
Right. Yeah, your body will tell you, man, when it's time to literally go shut down. But man, we got to start really, man, like enjoying family, appreciating family. I was listening to somebody talk. Um, Actually, it was at the vendor this weekend because they had a cousin from their dad's side that came, and then he invited some people by, and he was introducing them to, this auntie, and that was daddy, he was over there breaking it down, and he brought his daughter. Oh, he invited another cousin who had her granddaughter with her, and her great granddaughter with her, and just
Mhm.
to meet people, and so and he was sitting there talking, and he was like, yeah, people they don't even know the younger folk don't know the older ones, or they don't even know each other,
Mhm.
so even if it's not just for that point, like family ought to get together so the children know each other.
Right.
I can't tell you how many times Tony said, I did a cousin on One Eye Tats. I said, who was it? I don't know. I just know it One Eye Cousin. I'm like,
Right.
boy, you just they call me cuz. I said, oh my God, this boy right here, he the worst. Like, and I'm like, well, which one was it? And then sometimes he'll say, oh, so-and-so. I'll be like, oh, that's so-and-so, dog. You don't know that. He just, yeah, he oblivious to it.
Yeah.
But he try to help folk and do, and I guarantee you, when they said cuz, he gave them some kind of discount.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
And
don't
that's
y'all be
different.
running up there hollering cuz now. Hey, cuz.
But that's the beauty of when you really think about it. I'm trying not to get emotional, but that's the beauty of how life is that your family, your DNA, your blood folks may not just necessarily be what that is, and God has an opportunity in an amazing way in His wisdom to be able to put people in your life that make up for the back end, if you will. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like yourself and other ones. Because technically, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I only had a sister. That's it. You know what I'm saying? It was me and my
Mhm.
sister. Then, my dad got remarried, got the three stepbrothers. But man, the people that I've been able to be blessed to be around, and the folks that I call family that's not blood, bro,
Mhm.
it mean a whole lot, bro. Like, you know, especially like all last year going through the podcast and some of the stuff that we were going through. And sometimes you would just stay on the podcast after we got off. Hey man, bro, you good? Are you a call when we get out the podcast? Hey, bro, I needed all that.
Uh, Thank you, Miss Gwen. She said, I think this is one of the reasons I'm drawn to your podcast. She said, you and the regulars who post, and I have kindred spirits of helping, blessings, and caring about others. And
Mhm.
that's the whole basis and foundation of the podcast. When we say we want to help people become better versions of themselves, I mean, you can only do that if you have a genuine care and concern for people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
so, other than that, you wouldn't give a darn about how a person fared, how they feel. Good morning, Pop. And so, I think when we start talking about these different topics or going off, I don't even really say going off on a tangent, because I think these are necessary conversations that we should have, especially as it relates to family, and especially in these times. Um,
Mhm.
I had and this is another thing that we really have to kind of talk about. I got a text from one of my brothers this morning. He said, great morning, blessings. He said, what believers should know, believe, and continuously share in Jesus' name. He said, what do you think? I said, my thoughts are our lives should be a living testimony for the world to see. Sometimes we can't talk until we can. So sometimes we can talk till we blue in the face. But if what we're saying does not line up with what we're doing, it's not going to matter anyways. The media, social media, and other outlets are blatantly attacking the church on all sides, especially the black church. If you see all the black pastors that have been in the news the last few months, it's evident that they're trying to break us down, and with good reason. It's some of us that are causing others to stumble and fall. A relationship with the master is key, though. Sadly, some would never develop one with him because of the actions of some of the saints. So, you know, I feel like even with the church, cause you it's hard for me to really talk about family without talking about the church. That's a big part of my upbringing. And you know, we are like, we're lost. If family is lost, and you often said this, that the church is part of the fault that the family unit is broken up, because we used to be in the church, we used to be about family. And then it got so commercialized or so business focused and oriented to the point that they forgot about family. And so it's tough, man. It's tough out here to see, you know, family members hurting, family members going through, and then other people dumping on their head instead of saying, hey, we family, we here for you, we're here to help. What you need from us. And that's okay. You know, I know a lot of times they say, quit asking people what they need when you know they hurt. I've said it too. But that's in the case when you truly know what they need, but you still saying, call me if you need me. There are some cases where you know exactly what the person needs. You've been around them, you know what they need, but you saying, call me if you need something. And then some people you already know, because the kind of person they are, they not gonna tell you they need anything.
Right.
And as family, man, we have to be there for each other. We have to, and when I say family, I include friends in that, because again,
Right.
you know, my friends are like family. So even though I don't say family and friends, I mean, if Lavelle hurt, I'm hurt. If Lavelle is in need, if Lavelle called me tomorrow and said, bro, they about to put us out, man. I need $1,500, man, to get these folks to keep them putting out. If I got it, say no more, say less. You know, I'm not finna have Lavelle put out on the street when I'm sitting over there with the $1,500.
Right.
What kind of sense does that make? But you two that worried about, yeah, he ain't got it. He ain't gonna be able to give it back to me. Well, if you in a situation where you need it yourself, then don't give it. Don't lend it. Or don't, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Monica said we just had a conversation with our daughter last night, and she was saying how grateful she feels to have both her parents in her life. I often tell them I am a true testament of how God will put the right people in your life at the right time. Family definitely isn't always blood.
Nope.
Yeah. So, you know, you have, you know, for all those people that say, well, I don't mess with this side of the family or that side of the family, I don't deal with them. Man, we got to get past this stuff, bro. We got to get past the enemy sitting over there, man. He over there having a ball. You're like, man, I don't even, they already doing, they tearing themselves up. I ain't got to do nothing.
Right.
They doing it for me over there. I ain't got to do nothing. Y'all making this job too easy. Man, shout out to the officer, man, that gave me a $164 ticket coming home last night.
Damn.
Yesterday. I mean, I was in the wrong. I was speeding, you know, but I had to get to that bathroom. I told him, I said, sir, if you're gonna give me a ticket, please write me the ticket. Hurry up. I got to get to the restroom. Then he came back. The next exit is 22 miles. I was like, oh my God. He's like, why didn't you pull up on the side of the road? I said, bro, I got to do the number 2. I'm not pulling up on the side of the road to do the number 2.
Right. What?
I have been in need, and people assumed I didn't need anything. We got to stop assuming and then just do according to what God placed on your heart. And that's what I'm saying too. Like you already know. You've been around a person. Now, there are some instances where you're not really around a person like that. You know a person and you know they, but you don't know. And I had a friend of mine that called me the other day that had went through about and really needed to talk. I guess probably hadn't talked to nobody about it and talk. And I just let them talk. And they talked, and they were sharing how they had been going through for the last year, and nobody really did anything to try to help them. And I said, "Hello, I was just a phone call away." I said, because I didn't even know you were going through your issue. I had to find that out from somebody else. You didn't even tell me you was going through your issue because we don't talk every day, right?
Yeah.
And I said, I had to find out from somebody else. And when I found out from somebody else, I called to see how you was doing. And at that point, if you needed help or needed anything, you should have just said, hey, I'm weak. Can you, something, right? And I said, because I said, people don't always know what you need. I said, because I've been guilty of setting people say, hey, but I'm talking about that in the case where you do know you are around a person, you know what they need, you know what they, yeah. I'm gonna go offer to buy you some groceries, but I don't even know what you eat.
Right.
I might buy you a whole bunch of stuff. You like, I don't eat none of this stuff.
Right.
But if you tell me, hey, I'm hurting, I can't get out, I need some groceries. Hey, send me your list. Whatever. So, it's kind of twofold. When you know what a person is in need of, stand in need of, and you see them hurting, then do it. And then there are instances when people gotta just, no, you didn't. You said you had this shit. Oh man, she made me so sick, bro. I'm like, soon as the police pulled us over, bro, she pulled out her camera and take a selfie with the lights in the back. I said, why are you doing that? And then she's sending it straight to her brother, fiance. Cause they got this thing. They always telling us, slow down, good drive a little fast. So they taking pictures. They videoing the police in the back. Can we get the ticket? You ain't getting the ticket. I'm getting the ticket. Now shut up. You ain't driving.
Right.
Rodney says Scarface Woods brought up the subject of family blood ain't thicker than water and how family is not family no more. Many times they are the one who poison the bloodline. Jesus. Ms. Gwen said, correct, Monica, not for any part of my back at all, but 3 of our church members were included in the recent layoffs in the city, and I didn't address them or ask what's needed, just hit my cash out. In addition, the need may not just be financial. It may be ear to listen to, shoulder to cry on, support, etc. Absolutely. And that's I knew this person needed to talk. You know what I'm saying? And I let them talk. I listened. I literally listened for an hour and didn't say a word. And that's what, and I felt like she, really needed to get it off her chest, what she had to say.
Yeah.
So, just try to be there for people, man. Even like I said, if it's not financial, just try to be present for a person, man. And when they dealing with stuff going through, or just being, trying to be there for people. You may not have a dime to offer, but you got some time. Like Monica said, you can't get that time back, but at least spending that time with somebody and letting them know you're there for them is pivotal in a lot of instances. Yeah. We ain't got no tea today, y'all.
No.
Well, if it was, when I logged in, it wasn't, huh?
I said we can't go back and look now, can we?
Yeah. No, because you log out. Yeah. That's it in a nutshell. Be a blessing in some way. Yeah, just try to do what you can while you can. And if you can't, sometimes just a phone call and say, "Hey, I'm thinking about you. You in my prayers." I you know, I wish I could do more. I don't have. If I could do more for you. And sometimes people say, "Hey, just that call from you, letting me know you thinking about me was enough." You know, because I've had people to call me right when I, Monica gave the testimony earlier about people just stepping in right when she needed the most, and I've had people to call me just when I needed them, when I felt like stuff was kind of spiraling out of control, and somebody just called me and said, "Hey, I ain't really got much, but I'm here for you. I just want you to know I'm thinking about you and I'm praying for you." That was enough to get me through that moment, that instance. Sometimes that's all we need.
Right.
So, whatever your ... is after the family and friends visit from out of town, you might not say, "Hey, it ain't my business when they visit from out of town. They come, they come." I hope you're not thinking like that.
Right.
Because I have showed up out of town and it's hurtful. I'm just gonna be honest with you, it's hurtful. When I've showed up out of town and I reach out to certain family members, call, text, or whatever, and they just don't even respond. Like, don't text you back and say, "Hey, well, I'm working, I can't get with nothing." Just don't even respond. And it's hurting. It's a hurting feeling. And I can't really speak for nobody else, but me, it's a hurting feeling because that's all I want to do. I ain't want nothing from. I just wanted to see you, get a hug, something. Ms. Gwen said, "I always say kindness don't cost us much, just our choices to do so. I'm big on sending encouragement and being a blessing. That's just who I am." And Ms. Gwen, like, there have been times when we put stuff out there about family in need or something we trying to do. Ms. Gwen and Ms. P are generally the first two that respond, that send something. They don't say nothing. They just send it. And I appreciate it. I always say those are two of the most giving people I know, man, on the planet. On the planet.
Right.
And it ain't gotta be. They don't ask no questions about who it is, none of that. They just do it because that's in their heart to do so.
Right.
Those random texts or calls of "I was just thinking about you" mean everything, man. I'm telling you, mean a lot, because you never know. When a person about to jump off the edge, and then they call from you saying, "Hey, I just want you to know I was thinking about you."
Yeah, I just know for myself, just listen to this part of your conversation. Just like when Monica just went through what she went through, I thought about it that whole week, and I just would ask you, how she doing, because I just respect that place and space, being that I've been there a lot of times, and sometimes, if you go to a person at the wrong time, it can come off as if that person didn't really care for what you were trying to give. So I, just down through the years, I've learned to be, for a better choice of words, considerate, for what that person is going through.
But what I think it too is you when you know a person and or the family, or how they navigate, how they move, then that's kind of how you move. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's a little different when I don't really know how y'all move, and then we just, I got a call, I got to say something because But if I know you, I know how y'all move. Like a lot of people know Monica. They knew Monica when talking, even though they say, "Hey, I just wanted to let you know you ain't got to call me back and you ain't got nothing." They will leave a message because they know Monica is when Monica going through. She that's the last thing she been doing, talk on the phone to somebody. Text, talk, nothing. At that moment. And you just got to let her ride, go in. The ones that know her knew that, and they was like, "Hey, I just want you to know that I'm praying for you, whatever." And then and she does. At some point, she do reach back out, call, and reach back out to people and say, "Hey, I appreciate your call, texting, or whatever." But during that moment, she ain't, yeah. And so I think those that really knew her knew that, and and so what they were doing was like you were doing, calling me. How she doing? How she doing? Y'all need anything? She good? She what she? So And I think that's kind of, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I you know, uh like I said, I definitely understand that, and we definitely don't want to say the wrong thing in that moment, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, it's been good, man. It's been therapeutic.
Yeah, very much so. And
Another one
ironically,
of
bro,
these a therapeutic sessions.
right. And ironically, bro, you just adding the part of the church situation. We're going through the process of getting ready to elect a new pastor. And so on yesterday, I had to preach, and so I kind of tied that all together, and I asked my aunt to give like some Black history on our church, and I didn't know, bro. Me being at that church so long, uh, the impact it had on my life. With her going back over their history and the things that we've been through over the last year, and how much people, loved ones that we've lost, down through the years. Man, you talking about an emotional moment, and it just kind of put me in a place and space like, where do we go from here? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What's next? And it's amazing how God to give you that extended family, like you said, and so you gotta really, look around and do some true inventory and love on your people while they're here, bro.
Yeah, that was. It's funny you said where we go, because that was a message that I was going to actually preach for Todd's funeral, Dee Dee's husband, Monica's cousin husband funeral, and the topic was, where do we go from here? And I said, not that Todd is asking the question, but sometimes as family members, and we tend to ask that question because we don't necessarily know. I want to give y'all some more context on this. But a lot of times, if we saved, we shouldn't even ask that question,
Right.
because we should know that the person is going to a better place, right? So we don't sorrow as those that have no hope.
Right.
But sometimes that question is asked, because a lot of times when we go through life and we trying to figure out stuff, that's the first thing. Well, so what do we do from here? Where do we go from here? We ask that question.
Right.
And it's a good question. It's a good question to ask, man, when you really trying to figure out what's life next move, what's our next, what's our journey, what's our next step, what's our next move.
Right.
And especially when you don't know.
Yeah.
You ain't got a damn clue.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Gwen said one of my parents that I had over 30 years ago is providing her event space to me, and said my money is no good to her because of how I supported her and her son and so many others. I never expect there to be a return. And you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Not from man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I think sometimes when we get caught up in our feelings, Miss Gwen, like I said, there was a hurting moment sometimes when I go to visit a family out of town somewhere, and I say, "Hey, I'm in your city. I just want to see you. I can come by, whatever." And they don't respond. That's hurting. That's I don't care how saved you are. That those are feelings. and yeah. Do I move past them? Yeah. Do I hold a grudge? Not
Right.
always. Sometimes I do. I get a little upset, and then I'd be like, you know what? I'm over it. But it's hurting. So, just man, when you have an opportunity to love on your people, to be there for your people, all I'm saying is take advantage of the opportunity when you have the opportunity.
Right.
You got the opportunity to do it, take advantage of it, because you may not have that chance again. And I'm gonna close on that.
Absolutely, bro. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Um, let's be in prayer, man. There's a lot of stuff going on in our world, and not just this world, you know, the world we live in, but our little small little worlds, small little opportunities. People going through a lot, you know. So let's be in prayer, man. So we're gonna pray and get out
If
there.
you guys are have loved ones that are in Mexico,
Yeah.
be in prayer.
Mhm.
Or if you thinking about traveling to Mexico right now, you might want to reconsider just at
Mhm.
this point till this stuff blow over with the cartels, and until that somebody get it under control, because there's a lot going on in that area too, and it's people that's stuck down there that's having to take, kind of hide out or stay tucked away in their hotels and all this stuff, man, and can't get back, So be in prayer for those people, bro.
I ain't even gonna get into that because it's almost crazy that it's even happening. Because I had said probably about a year ago, I said, bro, something gonna pop off with them folk down there with them cartels. Trump don't know what he messed with. Them Mexicans don't play fair. And here we are. Anyway, we ain't gonna get into that one. That's another podcast. Let us pray. Most gracious Son of God, our Father, Lord God, we thank you for this day. Thank you for this time. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for life, Lord God, and thank you for what you've blessed us with. Thank you for our family and our loved ones that you have placed to make our life and our atmosphere and our world better than what it was. Continue to touch Tony family, my family, Queen family, and everybody that's represented. Lord God, ask you to be with us for the rest of this day and the rest of this week. And we ask you to do us all in your darling Son, Jesus' name. We said amen.
Amen, man. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Same bad time.
Same bad place.
Men in hats.
Let's talk about it.
It's
the 2 Minute Hats podcast with your host with the most, Tony and Lavelle. Every morning from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. We also have Queen Watkins with Clock Dead. Tune in with us and have a great time. Let's talk about it right here. 2 Minute Hats podcast.